This is good, but I gotta go. But I do appreciate you for sitting here, okay? Tell me your name. Miss Mary. My name is Miss Taylor. That's what you call me for these purposes. That's the name. It's on most of these books right here. And this whole little show is about this poet. Taylor Murray. Auntie Reverend, who's 100 years old. And we're gonna talk about her life. Okay, so that's kind of the gist of it. So let me see how much of my stuff I can get set up. And then whoever else shows up, if it's just us three, then it's us three.
So my suggestion is, you know, I know that's a weird thing to do. Mom, it goes for nothing big. I said, well, don't do that.
All right, we're gonna start. We got another 5 more minutes. Thank you for if there's any other people, residents that want to show up, I don't know. That's okay. I don't know if there was an announcement made or nothing.
We said when we walked in here, we came to everything that happened. But then everybody decided we didn't need to do that, so we went there.
I understand that. There was another charger thing, box.
What kind you looking
A
for?
box for the phone. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to give off each of you all a little program, and you don't have to follow it. You can throw it away when you're done, and it's kind of small, but at the end of the day, it's in your hand. The poems that I'm going to share with you, they're on here in case one's just like, I'm just serious. I've written about 25 books self-published. I'm going to emphasize that, which means I never got a deal, or I've never been famous, or anything like that. But Amazon is like this new place. Y'all might order stuff on Amazon here, so well. And
Go get my glasses on for
you
you.
know, that's okay. Then you can take it later on when you, after this is over with, and you take a look at it if you want to. You might not even feel like you want to hold on to it, but as I go through this,
Yeah, I look at it. I just can't see it. Don't look back to my room.
I thought about making it bigger, but I don't want to use that much paper, so that's the whole reason why it's kind of small. So I apologize, and thank y'all for coming out here today. Again, the disclaimer that I'm going to make about this entire situation is that I'm creating a project, and I just want to try out my material. Okay, I want to see, is anything that I'm going to share with you, is it relevant, is it respond to it, or it doesn't make sense at all. So I'm going to start with the first piece of poetry, and it is a piece from one of my earlier, this is one of the the largest books I wrote on poetry journey, 10. I did 12 of these poetry books right here, poetry journey. So all I did was took poems that I've been writing since I was in my 20s and put them, typed them, and put them in a book. And then Amazon said, you can upload this and you can be a self-published author. And so I did. So every time I go to like a church or as I'm here today, I read out from the books, or sometimes I do a live performance. So the first poem I'm going to do comes from this book, My Ideas from a Great Mind, and it's called Make It Better. I have come to the conclusion that when you say, I hope you have a good day, you are subconsciously setting yourself up for confusion, because the fact that you can hope, it'll bear the responsibility for the possibility of illusion. So instead, my suggestion, queens, do is synergize your inner strength and rely on the manifestation of that great fusion. Let that keep your day moving. Make a good night. Whether you wrapped up tight all by yourself or you just had dinner by candlelight, the night is what you make it. You don't have to front, you don't have to fear, you don't have to lie, you don't have to fake it. But I hope you can learn to make it. There will always be a new daylight wherever you are in your life. If you're an old person, a young person, you got long hair, you got short hair, long head, long short head, wherever you might be in your life, deal with it. Get through it. Close your eyes and see your destiny in your dreams and move into it. Pursue it. Just write it down and purpose it in your heart to do it. Obstacles are all the bad things. They come to divert your attention.
I apologize ahead of time, but I've got pain in my fingers, and I've got to be able to do something about it.
Yes, ma'am. It's totally.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Well, I got to find something to make my
Yes,
fingers.
ma'am. So I end that piece when you hear a piece of spoken word, normally you just snap your fingers and, you know, whether you agree with it or if you didn't have anything you felt particularly about it, spoken word is just a form of expression. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about this project that I've been trying to work on, and I just hope that you get it. I hope that you understand where I'm going with this. So what I plan to do is bring you into this world called the Front Porch Universe. So thank you, Miss Marilyn, for letting me be here. I know you got so much experience. I know you've had a long life and probably done a lot of really great things. But do you, Miss Marilyn, ever remember a front porch? Anywhere where you be? Are you from this area?
No,
Tell me where you're from.
from East Tennessee.
All right, Chattanooga, that direction. I know some people out there in Johnson City. Okay, I taught in Nashville for about 8 years, Middle Tennessee. But I had some friends that were in Chattanooga and Johnson City. So when you, either way, Tennessee, I lived in a lot of places when I was growing up as a little girl, but Tennessee and anywhere in the South, I was born in Alabama. It was always a front porch. Somebody was always out there talking. You know, somebody knew everybody's business. I know you know somebody that knew everybody's business, but you got an auntie or a neighbor or somebody that they kind of knew everything about everybody. Does that make sense to you, Miss Mary? It could have been you. Yeah, you could have been the one that had all the, you look like the matriarch of your family. A lot of times it is the women that end up having all the knowledge, have to do all the nurturing, take care of everybody. So this little segment here is about my auntie Ray Ray, who's 100 years old. And to be honest with you, she told Mrs. Knight, Miss Marilyn, that I really couldn't believe. I was not sure that she was telling the truth. I don't know what happened. My son got pulled into the story. My son told me he found a wormhole. You know, a wormhole, like he traveled through time. Like for real, like Star Trek. Yes, like that. So all I know is this auntie Ray Ray of mine told me that my whole family got scattered in different timelines. And that I'm really not even here. I'm just kind of a messenger coming through a different dimension, coming to tell you a story. That's what my auntie Ray Ray told me. So Tales from the Front Porch is this big saga of this family that's trying to find itself. And they find themselves through stories. And many of the people in the family are poets. So I'm going to read another poem to you, because when you think about what poetry means, it's just the expression of things that you've experienced. It's a literary feature, but it's an expression. So this piece right here is called Yesterday. This one's in your little packet. So we've all been there. It doesn't matter how you got there. It doesn't matter what you did there. You were there. In a past place, a dark space, a lost race, a discouraged mind. To all of us at times, the world has been unkind. But you don't have to stay there. You don't have to lay there. You can pick yourself up and you can get here. Be in the now, walk in today. Don't get locked looking too long at yesterday. Let it fade away. Yesterday may have been a bad day, a bad moment in time, it can get stuck in your mind and it can make everything sticky. It can make everything you think feel icky. Getting over yesterday can be tricky. It can take you from good health to feeling sickly. Yesterday may have been a bad day, a bad moment in time, so it'll chase you in your mind. It won't let you forget. It won't let you reset. It will follow you and be a trigger to. The next thing you know, you upset. You did something that you might regret, all because of yesterday. See, yesterday might have been a bad day, a bad moment in time. It'll grow in your mind. It'll grow so strong, it'll take over in time. But get yesterday out of your mind today, because you can't wipe it away. You can't rub it away. You can't scrub it away. You have to wash it away. You have to wash away the pain that stains, because pain stains and pain hurts. Bad days don't even amount to what they're really worth. They just can make you feel worse. But bad days try to make themselves look bigger. Yesterday will dominate your mind, and each time it'll do it quicker. It'll have you up off your feet, get you up out of your seat. It's having an explosive outburst at your family cookout and a meet and greet. So you should check yesterday. Get yesterday out of the way and make room for a great day. Do it for the day. Do it for tomorrow. Wash away the pain of yesterday's sorrow. So again, when you hear a horn, you should hold the staff. You don't have to if you just understood where I was going with that. Because yesterday, some bad things could have happened. You know, bad things happen in all of our lives sometimes. But we hope that we can get over it. You know, what I got told was, a merry heart do good like a medicine. So when you find things to laugh about, when there's pain in your life, it's that laughter, it's that calming, the merry heart. It can help bring you back. So now I'm going to talk about how a lot of our stories, they shift us. They shift our lives, and in some cases, they bring in old legacies. Sometimes legacies don't need to die. So this lady, Auntie Ray, kept talking to me. See, she was telling me some stories that I couldn't really believe. But I know one thing. I know everybody that I run into, they have a story. And a lot of stories, they do begin on the front porch. Because, you know, stories is how we survive, Miss Mary. Most of the time, in your life, in my life, in my daughter's life, we have to tell the story of the family. We have to tell it. Because sometimes people don't go read it in the books. Sometimes people don't hear about it on the news. You could have a family that is a regular old family. People work hard, and they take care of their business, and they pay their bills, and they try to raise their kids. So all I can think about is how she was trying to let me know about all these things that happened to our family, get scattered all around. You know, when I first heard that we had been to another planet, this is what my Auntie Ray told me. She's going to tell me we've been to another planet. How do you go to another planet? I was wondering, you know, because I know it happens, but I'm not an astronaut. I was trying to figure out who in her family, who in our family has gotten into NASA or somewhere and went to another planet. She said not only did we go to another planet, we went through different dimensions. And my son had something to do with it. I really didn't believe her. She said we had experienced different versions of reality, different tomorrows. And somehow, I'm the one that got stuck with having to be a person to go talk to people who want to talk to me. So people like you that decide to show up in here and talk back to me, whether you say anything bad or not, Ms. Mary. I thank you for being here. I thank you for being here. Other rooms that I go into, if it's one person in there, 5 people in there, if it's 1,000 people in there, I'm going to tell this story about this family saga that gets caught up in a small southern town and end up in a whole new galaxy. Like, how did we end up in a whole new galaxy? But when life gets strange, I'm telling you, laughter, that can do it for you. That's the main thing that'll keep you sane if you end up finding something to laugh about. Because I don't know about you, Miss Mary, but sometimes I'm just trying to get you to it. You know, I've been student teacher 25 years, and a lot of times I'm trying to get you fried. What did you do in your work? Did you have a profession that you did for a long time, Miss Mary?
I was a teacher.
Oh, so you see here, you're going to correct everything. You're going to take that home and break it from me. I know you will. Now, if you were a teacher, probably back in the day where children were much more respectful, I'm sure of it. The teachers of today, we have to now see, I'm still a disciplinarian. I am probably the good definition of old school teacher. I take no nonsense. I teach high school social studies. I also teach English, but I like social studies better. I love telling stories. But when I think about the way you have to keep a class engaged, what do you have to do? Tell them some stories. You tell them some stories from little children all the way up to the